Hey, welcome to the video. Today I will be talking about Luka Vuskovic, who is the biggest signing for Brighton this summer. Just a little background, he is a 19-year-old Croatian center back. Usually plays the middle of a back three. He's 6'3", and we bought him for 54 million euros, according to TranferMarkt. He ranks 16th all time for center back transfers, just behind John Stones and Van Hecke, who we just sold to Tottenham. So pretty big names to live up to. First thing we'll be looking at is his aerial threat. He was one of the highest in the Bundesliga for headed shots per 90, aerials duels 1 per 90, and aerial duels 1%. First example of his aerial threat is from this corner. He makes a really nice back post run and hits it perfectly back into the goal. Next example is another corner where he's able to outmuscle everybody else in the center and hit it once again into the far corner of the goal. This next example, it's the very start of the Croatia-England game where Pickford just sends it long, and you see Vuskovic outmuscles Harry Kane, and he's able to get on the end of this header. I think the main takeaway from all these is that he's good offensively and defensively with his headers. He's good at reading the trajectory of the ball, and he makes good runs to meet the ball. And this is his main scoring threat from last year. Next, we'll be talking about his defense. You can see he's very highly ranked in a lot of these categories on defense, but he's a very aggressive defender. You can tell by the amount of fouls he makes, and I'll show you some examples of how his aggression really shows. In this first example, you can see Bellingham is receiving this pass, and Vuskovic steps out very aggressively. He's able to win it first, and then this eventually leads to a shot and the goal. So this aggressiveness directly led to one of Croatia's goals against England in this game. Sometimes his aggressiveness can be a little bit too much. You can see here he's the last man on defense, and he's got three teammates who are coming back. Here you should be a little bit safer to just slow him down, let your teammates get back. Instead, Vuskovic is very aggressively pushing towards the attacker's right. So he just simply moves it to his left and gets a very easy shot. You can see Vuskovic is kind of left in the dust. Thankfully, his keeper saves him here. You can see from this example how Vuskovic sort of combines his aerial threat and his defense here, because he's reading this ball out of the air. He immediately knows where it's going, so he moves in that direction. He's able to stay in front of the defender, make this nice block. Here, once again, Vuskovic reads the ball out of the air, knows it's going back post, so he curves his run, able to get into a nice position, and he's able to easily block this. Very nice play, all made through his reading of the ball and his good movement. Here, his aggressiveness gets a bit too much once again. He steps out way too far. He should really be on the guy right behind him. This causes his teammate to slide over, which leaves the space behind him wide open, which is found, and you can see he's basically walking back. This is another thing I noticed throughout watching film, is sometimes when he's caught out, he'll just walk back, which is not a good sign. I couldn't really tell if it was coaching tactics or if it's just his laziness, but he was not getting back when he was beat a lot of times. Next, we'll be looking at Vuskovic's passing potential. You see, it's not the greatest stats, but he is a willing passer. He's willing to take those risks. You see that through his accurate long balls. He was ranked very highly in taking those. And you can see here, Hamburg were 17th in XG for the Bundesliga and bottom half in possession percent, while Brighton ranked 9th in XG and 5th in possession percent. So hopefully with these better numbers, better teammates around him, his passing should improve. In this first example, you can see he's willing to make these sort of line-breaking passes. He plays it up here, and after this three-man combination, Hamburg are able to get a very nice shot up here. And all that came from his line-breaking pass through the middle. Here in transition, he's able to play this nice long ball up to the striker, who then flicks it on, and that creates a really nice shot here, which is very well defended by 19. This is against Bayern Munich, so biggest game of the year, and he's making these type of passes that lead to these great opportunities. Here, off of the block shot by the keeper, he's the highest player on the field, which we'll get into more a little bit later. But he's able to receive this ball and then play it nicely into the middle of the box, most dangerous part of the field. So very, very nice from him. Next, we'll be looking at Vuskovic's goal threat. You can see last year in the Bundesliga, he ranked very highly in all these stats. Very, very good sign. Definitely headed shots once again is very important, as the Premier League is very physical, so being able to win headers is very nice. You can see here Hamburg is losing to Bayern Munich, so Vuskovic decides to go up here, and he is arriving late in the box after the cross, and he's able to get onto the end of this header. Now this is an extremely important part of your game because when you're down or late in games, you want to be able to have that physicality when things start getting scrappy. So having a center back who's able to push up and give you these opportunities is very important. Now the question is, can he be the Van Hecke replacement in this role? Because as you may remember, Van Hecke was going up late in games. Here against Aston Villa, when we were down, he moves up, he gets this layoff, he's able to drill it into the corner to bring us back into this game. So he was doing these same sort of things for us last year, and the hope is that Vuskovic will be able to replicate this. Now the question is he really worth the money? For me, I think he is. All of his flaws are teachable, toning down the aggression a little bit, situational awareness, and maybe a little bit lack of hustle. That's all teachable, and hopefully this new environment will help him grow. He already has the physicality to keep up in the Premier League, maybe put on a little bit more muscle, but other than that, he should be good to go. And we have a history turning these young talents into stars, so hopefully we're able to do the same here. And we're also willing to be patient with him. If he doesn't work out first year, we can send him out on loan. Stay patient, stay with him, and hopefully we'll be able to develop him into the next star. Thank you for watching this video. If you made this far, you probably like it, so make sure to like and subscribe, and comment your thoughts on Vuskovic and whether you think he was worth the money. Thank you.